I'm here outside the Bank of England, where the Governor has just held a press conference. As expected, the bank has kept interest rates unchanged at 0.5%, which will be good news for anyone with loans or a mortgage. But he gave strong hints of a rate increase in the spring. This rate increase is likely to be higher and faster than previously expected. We also heard that the UK economy is expected to grow slightly faster than previously thought. 1.8% this year instead of the 1.6% forecast. But this is much slower than other parts of Europe or the US, where growth is strong. The other significant announcement today was that inflation continues to be high. Despite a slight drop this month, it's currently 3%, well above the target. Now, this matters because inflation measures how fast the price of goods and services is increasing. That is, how much more does it cost to do your weekly shop, fill your car with petrol, or buy clothes? It should be around the 2% mark, so this higher 3% figure will be hurting consumers. Today's figures show that the biggest cause of inflation is the rise in the price of food and petrol, which are things we import. So earlier, I spoke to shoppers in Islington to hear if they were feeling the pinch.
I've actually been living in the UK less than a year, but it has certainly gone up, hasn't it? The larger multinational companies are very smart about it. They're not necessarily putting up prices, but they're reducing the size of typical items like chocolate bars or bags of crisps.
Everything does seem a lot more expensive, particularly meat.
The salaries ain't going any higher, yet inflation with groceries and everything else is going increasing. So personally, I feel as though eventually we'll reach a optimum point where enough is enough and people won't be able to afford groceries.
I've been trying to do all my shopping at Lidl, actually, in the kind of cheaper end of the supermarket spectrum. But yeah, no, truth is I haven't.
The views there of Islington shoppers earlier today. Now, since that announcement from the bank, the pound has risen almost 1% in value against the dollar and the euro, as investors picked up on those hints of higher interest rates in the spring. A stronger pound will be good news for those shoppers we heard from just now, as it means food prices and petrol imports become a bit cheaper. But, of course, there's no guarantee that the pound will stay at this level.